It's the interview at the centre of the defamation trial between Bruce Lariman and Network 10.
Tonight, claims of rape, roadblocks to a police investigation, and a young woman forced to choose between her career and the pursuit of justice.
Claims Mr Lariman vehemently denied in his own TV appearance on a rival network.
You ready?
Let's light some fires.
Did you rape Brittany Higgins?
No, I didn't. It simply didn't happen.
Bruce Lariman sued the project host Lisa Wilkinson and Network 10. On Judgment Day, Mr Lariman fronted the intense media glare.
How are you paying for all of this? What's your reputation now?
Mr Lariman told the court no sexual activity happened, but Justice Michael Lee rejected that.
You said you'd light some fires. Is this the type of fire you were expecting?
Mr Lariman was hell-bent on having sex with a woman he A, found sexually attractive, B, had been mutually passionately kissing and touching, C, had encouraged to drink, and D, knew had reduced inhibitions because she was very drunk. Mr Lariman raped Miss Higgins.
Mr Lariman faced a criminal trial in 2022, but it collapsed due to juror misconduct. It was later abandoned due to concerns for the mental health of Ms Higgins.
In criminal matters, the prosecution has the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. In civil proceedings, it's on the balance of probabilities. So essentially, it's whichever side can best convince the court that their case should be accepted.
How are you feeling, Lisa? Are you confident?
Network 10's central argument was a truth defence.
Truth can often be difficult to prove. And in a case like this, where you have competing and very polarised accounts about the very issue that needs to be proven to be substantially true, that can make it even more difficult.
This is an extremely serious case. It's a case of massive public interest. Essentially, this is a set of civil legal proceedings standing in for a criminal trial that we didn't get.
Only two people knew what really happened in a ministerial office in Parliament House one night in 2019. Justice Michael Lee found both Mr Lariman and Ms Higgins had credibility issues.
He thought that Bruce Lariman was unreliable in most instances. Higgins too, but a lot of her inconsistencies could be put down to a person gradually piecing together a trauma after the event. And the judge set a lot of store in the accounts of these disinterested third parties, as well as that evidence that could be clearly documented. The CCTV was very important.
Justice Lee went back to the night in question, from the social drinks at a Canberra pub to the moment both Liberal staffers returned to Parliament House. Justice Lee found Ms Higgins was so drunk she passed out on a couch, having had at least 11 drinks that night.
Essentially, Bruce Lariman, by bringing this legal action against the media defendants, dared the media to prove that he was a rapist. And that was to his undoing.
The judge has called you a rapist today.
Bruce Lariman left court the same way he arrived, saying nothing. The way Network 10 behaved was also a focus. Justice Lee critical of Lisa Wilkinson's Logie's speech in 2022.
Thank you so much for this incredible honour.
The conduct of Network 10 through its employees in procuring Ms Wilkinson to give the speech in the form it was given for the reasons it was given was grossly improper and unjustifiable.
But leaving court, Lisa Wilkinson declared victory.
I sincerely hope that this judgment gives strength to women around the country.
Lisa, do you stand by your Logie speech?
This is a resounding win for Channel 10, and it is a dismal failure by Bruce Lariman.
This blockbuster case has taken on a life of its own, with tens of thousands of viewers watching proceedings on a live YouTube stream. Justice Lee deliberately made exhibits and evidence publicly available in the name of open justice.
Consistently in November and December last year, there were very large numbers of people tuning in for substantial periods of time. This is obviously, useful in terms of the principle of open justice, that justice needs to be not only done, but also needs to be seen to be done.
The stakes were enormous. We saw an allegation made in 2021. We saw an enormous movement of the public about the treatment of women and the behaviour of people in Parliament House as a result of that allegation. Then we saw a criminal trial that collapsed, huge defamation proceedings, media companies in the spotlight, and that's why I think this case has had so much attention. There'll be huge reverberations from the findings.
Do you stand by your version of events?
Bruce Lehrmann didn't respond to questions about whether he'll appeal, but now faces a hefty legal bill. His promise to light fires, leaving him burnt.
This surely will give people pause in considering whether they really want to bring defamation action to silence their critics if their critics happen to be correct about the allegations that are being made.
Can you make any statement in response to this outcome, Mr. Lehrmann?